Welcome to the 25th session of Visual Programming. The main objective of this session is to learn the difference between static and dynamic arrays and array functions. So at the end of the session, the students will know what is a static array, how to make use of a static array in a program, how to use a dynamic array and array function. So let us see what is a static array. In the previous session, we discussed about what a static array is, how to declare a static array and how to make use of it. Okay, so let us study more on this. Arrays may be declared as public inside a module, or then it becomes a local. Module arrays are generally declared using the keyword dim or private. Local arrays are declared in a procedure using dim or static. Array must be declared explicitly with the keyword as. There are two types of arrays in Visual Basic. They are fixed size array or static array. The size of the array always remains the same and it does not change during the execution of a program. So suppose if you declare the array size as 10, even if you don't assign 10 values to it, the array size remains the same throughout the execution. Whereas in the dynamic array, the size of the array can be changed at the execution time. Let's see the declaration of a one-dimensional array. So one-dimensional array can be declared as the syntax is. So begin the declaration with the keyword dim followed by the array name. And inside that mention the subscript, which is nothing but the size of the array, and also mention the data type. So here the subscript indicates the size of the array. So if the subscript is 5, then the array ranges from the lowest subscript is 0 and it ranges from 5. When you declare an array, you need to be aware of the number of elements created by the dim keyword. In the dim array names statement, subscript actually is a constant that defines the maximum number of the elements that can be stored inside a array. So let's see how to process a one-dimensional array. In the above example, the numbers is the name of the array. Numbers is the name of the array that you have declared, and the number 6 included in the parenthesis, that is the number 3 included in the parenthesis, is the upper limit of the array. So here the above declaration creates array with 4 integer elements with an integer starting from the array index starting from 0 till 3. So the array will be assigned like this. Array will be stored like this. Numbers of 0. 0 is nothing but the first element, the starting the lowest subscript of the array. Okay, so numbers 1, 2 and 3. So these are the 4 different elements and all the 4 different elements are assigned with the number 12. So in this example, the array holds 4 elements. So now let's see how to process the So this is the code. This is a program to read one-dimensional array and print the value and the position of the element. So here you have an array named as A with the size 5. Okay. So here you are going to print the value and its position. So you can just try this code in the VB application and try to see that the array element, the array value and the position being printed. So this is the output. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first column, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1. So it mentions the position of the array. Now let's see the multi-dimensional arrays. Arrays can have multiple dimensions. That means it can have, there is no limit that it should have 10 dimensions, 20 dimensions. So it can have n number of dimensions. There is no limit to the number of dimensions that an array can have. A common use of multidimensional arrays is to represent tables of values consisting of information arranged in rows and columns. Tables are arrays that require 2 indexes to identify a particular element are called as two-dimensional arrays. Note that multidimensional arrays can have more than 2 dimensions. Visual Basic supports at least 60 array dimensions. Now let us see what is the syntax for declaring a two-dimensional array. So like how you declared a one-dimensional array, the syntax remains almost the same except for the number of subscripts. The number of subscripts here you have to mention 2. The first subscript tells about the number of rows and the second subscript tells about the number of columns. Otherwise the syntax remains the same as the one-dimensional array. So here is an example where you are declaring the variable name as average marks, and it's you are mentioning the subscript 1 as 50 and the subscript 2 as also 50. So where both of them indicate the first subscript indicates the number of rows and the second one indicates the number of columns. Okay, so the total count of the element that can be stored in a two-dimensional array will be always the product of the row size and the column size. So here is a demonstration of a two-dimensional array. So here you are declaring a two-dimensional array with the size 3 and 4. Okay, so you read the elements. So you try out this example and see this is how the output of the 2D array looks like. You can just try out this example code. So this is the example code. So please try. So now let's see another classification of array which is called as the dynamic array. So to define the number of elements in an array during design time, this type of array is called a static array, which you all have seen so far. However, the problem is sometimes we might not know how many data items we need to store during the runtime. So it may decrease or it may increase. So when you are not sure of the size of the array, then you can make that type of the array as dynamic. Dynamic array, the number of elements will be decided during the runtime or the execution time. In VB, the dynamic array can be resized when the program is executed. Okay, so later when the actual size of the array is available, the redeem keyword should be used to allocate the number of elements. So here you are seeing an example, redeem redefinition, that is employee number 10, 4. So this declaration creates a two-dimensional array. Dynamic array can be declared as multi-dimensional array also. Redeem is an executable statement and can appear in the procedure. Redeem cannot change the type of the array and its dimensions. It cannot be changed to, you cannot change the dimension of the array. Every time redeem is executed, all current values stored in the array are lost and it is reset. In order to retain the data in the array after changing its size, the preserve keyword is used. So in order to retain the data in the array after changing the size, then you have to make use of the preserve keyword. So this is how the preserve keyword is used along with the array name and the size. So will not destroy the existing data and also will increase the size of the array. So this is all about the dynamic array. So now let's see what are the array functions. So Visual Basic has some powerful functions to operate on the string arrays. So these are the built-in functions associated with the string array. The split function, join function, L bound, U bound, upper bound and lower bound, is array and filter. These are the string array functions available in VB. Let us see them now, how they work. The split function, it splits a string into separate elements based on the delimiter. So this is the syntax. So a split function is used to split the string, separate the string. This is the syntax of the split function. You have to give the expression and you have to give the delimiter, that is the separator, and how much you want, the count of how many elements you want to separate, and then the compare. Okay, so here you have a string variable declared, and as A is a string variable. So you are assigning some 7 different strings to the element A. Okay, then days function, you are just saying days is equal to split. So A comma, you are giving the separator as the first parameter is the array name itself using the split function. Okay, So the when you say days followed by the 3, then it will print the third. Third is nothing but the it's because the array counting starts from the 0, so it will print the name as Wednesday. Let's see what a join function is. Join function joins elements of an array into a output string. That is concatenation. Concatenation can be achieved in VB by using the join function. So please try out this example also, students, where you are declaring the array size as 2 and you are assigning some 4 different values to it. So you are trying to join whatever the value of B is there with A, so that it will print 3 different values. So L bound is the lower bound which returns the smallest subscript for the specified array. So similarly, the upper bound works similar to the lower bound, but here it returns the largest subscript for the specified array. So isArray function returns a boolean value which indicates that if a specified variable is an array or not. So try out this example also. Thank you.